guys, we are back. It's Romantic Propaganda, the hippest relationship podcast on the planet. It's February 11th. It's our Valentine's Day special, which happens to be my birthday. I'm director Imani Shakur.
I'm author of Romantic Propaganda, Devon Hewett.
And our podcast is inspired by Devon's book of the same name. We say it all the time, but I like to keep it out there so you guys can pick it up. Guys, girls, read it. It's awesome. Read it together. You know what I'm saying? It's on
Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Coming soon to the last bookstore in LA. LA citizens, check it out.
Okay, all that good stuff. And we are broadcasting the truth and exposing the lies. Email us at rptalktruth@gmail.com. On Twitter, we are at Romantic Propaganda. Hashtag Why Do Men and also hashtag Why Do Women, all the gents, if you have questions. Everything will be in the description, of course. Follow us on social media. Don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff, because we are the hottest. I hate to say it, we are.
We're the hottest.
So, yeah, man. And also, we're on every podcast streaming platform, almost the big ones. I won't name them, but you could think of it. We're on, and you can just pop us on your cell phone, listen in while you're cooking, going to work, taking care of the kids, whatever you're doing.
Yes.
All right. We appreciate the support, and thank you for tuning in. And today, because it's Valentine's Day and it happens to be my birthday, we're going to talk. My topic, Devon, is why love is circumstantial.
I never heard of that before.
Oh, we're going to get into it, bro.
Okay. And my topic then is going to be why men leave women.
Okay. You going first, I think.
Well, it's your birthday.
So you want me to go first?
Yeah, let the birthday boy go ahead.
He's nice, right? So we go.
All right, let the birthday boy go ahead.
Let's talk about love and what I mean by
I want to hear this.
It's circumstantial. First of all, people throw the word love around way too loosely. You know? There are many levels of love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
You could hit me up. And I can say, all right, D, all right, bro, love you. I'll see you next week.
No.
That's different. I could be on the phone with my daughter, Layla, and go, hey, babe, daddy loves you. I'll see you Sunday when I pick you up after chair. Mm-hmm. I could be in a loving relationship. Say, hey, babe, I love you. Okay, I'll see you for dinner. I could be on the phone with mom. All right, mom, love you. Take care. I'm going to send you some cash. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different levels of love, right? The one I'm focusing in on is love relationships, heterosexual love relationships, and the homosexuals too. They fall in love too. So I'm talking about in a relationship, marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, engaged, wives, whatever. And the reason why I say love is circumstantial is for love to exist, the circumstances surrounding that relationship needs to be conducive to having and maintaining and sustaining a loving relationship. Let me give you an example of what I mean.
Okay.
Now see, this is deep for Devon. See, Devon and I are a little different.
I got to catch up.
Spiritual life coaching. He's more introspective, really deep. His book is awesome, you know what I'm saying? Which is, like you noticed last week, his response to the whole dick pic thing, I wouldn't have even thought of that. So that just gives you the difference of us, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So D, this is what I mean.
Okay, I want to hear it.
Let's say you meet Sheila at the bar in Studio City in LA.
Okay.
Right?
Do my thing.
You guys talk for a few months. You guys begin to fall in love. You guys both give each other that first I love you too. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know that
in a few months.
Yeah, that first one is always a little funny, right?
Yeah.
You see a few months. It could be 4 or 5, whatever.
2 days.
2 days for some people. Whatever it is, right? And let's say this relationship lasts, a year. Things are going amazing. I mean, when I say it's beautiful, brother, it's beautiful. This woman, you think you've met your soulmate. You know what I'm saying? One day, Sheila sits you down for dinner, and she breaks it to you, and she said, you know, Devon, I never told you this before, but you know I was a porn star for like 10 years. And when you see his face? 10 years? For 10 years. Oh. And right before we met, I actually stopped like a week before. And I didn't want to turn you off. I didn't want it to be uncomfortable. And I know it's been great the last year and a half, but I was a porn star before. How would you react?
Because I like to get the facts of a situation, I would say, I understand. Is there a reason why you didn't tell me that before we met?
Okay.
And, I was afraid you didn't like me. I was afraid this and that. I'd be like, you know what? That's news to me. But you know what? All that in the past has nothing to do with what's happening now.
Okay.
And I would be straight up and say, what I'm worried about is the exposure. Are your videos still out there? I don't want millions of men, watching you naked, getting...
The circumstances just changed.
Yeah. So now...
You see where I'm going?
Now me, because of my past... I'm like, why are you lying to me? What you lying to me?
But it was perfect. You love. Y'all been together a year and a half.
Like, why'd you lie to me? And so, and I'm like thinking, you got something? Did you get checked? That's how I am. You know what I'm saying?
Circumstances changed.
But I still love her.
Right.
But the vision of the relationship is different. It's different now.
All circumstances are going to change.
Yeah, it's different now.
So the circumstances that you thought existed no longer exist. Then, at that point, guess what? You're going to instantly begin to fall out of love. And I'm going to tell you why. Right? Because, okay, you have love and you have hate. Let's look at it as a line, right? And when you get to love, there's all these feelings in between. Then you have then you have hate. You guys' your affinity for that woman is instantly, automatically, naturally going to go from love and start going down the line. And I'm not saying it has to be as hard as hate. Let's say love and dislike, right? And I'm going to tell you why. Because the moment you find that out, you guys no longer share the same reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then the communication breaks down.
That's deep.
Then the affinity breaks down. Mm-hmm. Now, if you happen to have said, you know what, babe, that's interesting. Because maybe 2 weeks before you stopped, I actually was a porn star. They called me Daddy Longstrokes.
Daddy Longstrokes. And then she's like, oh. She's like, I see it.
And she said, you say, I was a porn star for like 6 years.
Daddy Longstrokes.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Then at that point, the circumstances for love still exist. Because at that point, even though you guys didn't tell each other, you guys' circumstances at that point remain the same from the moment you met to the moment you guys revealed that of each other. The minute it's off, the circumstances for love to exist in a healthy way no longer exist because the whole circumstances changes, which changes the dynamics of the love. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Because now
yeah, go ahead.
Because now I'm getting mental pictures of her getting drilled by different, like Tyrone. Like I'm thinking, like no,
right. Yeah. But if you were doing the same thing, you guys are even.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And the only reason why I used such an extreme example was so that our listeners could actually get what I'm trying to say. It could be even a small example that changes the circumstances that cause you to start falling out of love. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean when I say love is circumstantial. And people don't like to admit that, but it absolutely is. Love is not just some esoteric thing that's just going to be and exist regardless of what's going on in our lives.
No matter what.
No matter what. Mm. Circumstances have to be healthy in both people's lives and in you guys' universe for love to actually exist and persist in a healthy fashion.
I'm glad you brought that point up. That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I'll let you chime in.
You know what you just said. Well, it actually rolls into what I'm gonna say later. But yeah, now that I think about it, it wasn't as extreme as porn.
Right. I just used that. Yeah.
But there's times when I'm with someone, or I have been with someone, and I learn more about them.
Right.
And then the vision of our future seems to dwindle away. Right. Because I'm learning more about them. Yeah. And then it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't like someone like, I don't want to be.
Those circumstances are slowly beginning to actually change.
Right.
For love to exist. And ladies, for you, let me give you an example. Let's say you meet David or John, right? It could be anywhere, the grocery store, on an app, whatever. You guys meet, it's beautiful, it's healthy. You love the way this guy looks. He has everything to offer. He's taking care of you in the bedroom. He's a great guy. He's showing you all the attention in the world. He looks amazing. You guys are working out together. A year and a half, 2 years in, he breaks it to you that he's been sleeping with Bob at work on the side. and you guys,
why'd you point at me?
You guys,
Bob. I'm not Bob.
And ladies, you guys are madly in love. And he breaks it to you, and he says, "Honey, I'm still in love with you. I just wanted to try something out. It has happened more than once." Ladies, will you begin to fall out of love? The circumstances changed. Okay. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay, what about... okay, now you mentioned before, you said different levels of love. What if a certain level of love changes, but another level of love remains? For example, let's say you don't want to be with this person anymore. You fell out of love, or you just fell down another pillar of love. Now it's not romantic love, it's... I have love for you, but I'm not in love with you.
Right,
you know what
possible,
I mean? Yeah, because then it's like, there's some women that in the past that I loved, and I don't love them in that way, but I still have a connection or appreciation for what we did have. Right. Even, there was a girl that you kind of know about her, and she gave me some items. I didn't throw them away. Right. I still have them. Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like a relic of what we had. Yeah. But unfortunately, I never saw it that way, man. Yeah.
I mean, the circumstances have to be right for love to actually exist. And a lot of people don't realize that.
So it's not a fairy tale.
It's not a fairy tale.
It's propaganda.
Exactly.
It's propaganda.
Exactly. And it's funny. I was talking to a girl the other day, and I'm like, listen, love can't be the only reason why you marry someone, and that's one of the reasons why they fail, because you guys are going, oh, I'm in love. Let's get married. But a lot of other stuff has to be in place for that marriage to work. It can't just be love. Yeah. And people keep making that mistake. And it's funny, the whole Valentine's Day thing, I've kind of looked into the history of it before. I mean, all these holidays are propaganda and ways to make money and all that. Marketing. Even my birthday is Valentine's Day. I think for me, because it is my birthday and it's the romantic day, the pressure is always on for you to be with someone or not be with someone, this, that, and the other. And, there's been years that I've been single and didn't have anyone, and I still had a good time. And there's been years that I've had someone and had a good time. And because it's Valentine's Day, I think the way we would do it before is like the night before going into my birthday, which is at midnight on the 13th, we would do the Valentine's Day. Then on the 14th, we would do my birthday, or vice versa. And I've had women do some amazing things to me on Valentine's Day, and it's been really, really cool. And I have to say, don't let the pressure of Valentine's Day or being in love and all that kind of stuff, guys and girls, get you down, this, that, and the other. Because I'm sure you have other single friends and stuff like that. I'm single this Valentine's Day. Am I worried about it? Absolutely not. I've been having fun. I'm gonna if I don't have fun that day or that night or that weekend, I'll have fun the next week. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't let that get you down. Get with your guys and your girls or whatever. You guys go out and just have a blast. And I'm sure there'll be other single people out too. You know what I'm saying? That you could have fun with and hang out and stuff like that. But I have to say, the guys out there who are with someone, have an action plan. Plan something. Have it all laid out, brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's a holiday, about to make money, but that is the one specific day that America has created as the day of romance. So guys, have something special planned. When that day comes, don't be hemming and hawing, babe, I don't know what to do. And I don't care if you're broke or if you're a millionaire. If you're broke, it doesn't cost much to get a sandwich, go to the park, lay out a blanket. A woman will appreciate that. Have an action plan. So don't give me no excuse about, well, Monty, man, you and D, y'all might have a little cash. I'm broke. I don't want to hear it.
That's propaganda. If you're broke, you don't need money.
You don't need money. Take it for a walk down the beach. You can go to Ralph's and get a bottle of wine for $5. $2 chuck at Trader Joe's. Grab you a bottle of wine, some apples, some fruit, some chips. Take it for a walk on the beach. Grab a blanket. Do something nice. It doesn't take money to really satisfy a woman. And a woman, if she's with you and she knows your financial situation and you guys are in love and the circumstances are correct, she'll appreciate that no matter what. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And all of my millionaire friends, I know what y'all doing. I don't even want to talk about it. Y'all go way above and beyond, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? But all my guys out there that's not doing that well financially for whatever reason, don't let the money be an excuse. If you're in a relationship and the circumstances are right and you guys are in love and it exists and it's healthy, go out there and make it happen this Valentine's Day. Have an action plan. Make her feel special. You know what always works, guys? Write her a poem. Yeah, there you go. Even if you're not good at it, just try. Get Devon's book and steal some of his romantic propaganda. Steal some of his poem ideas. Speaking of that, Valentine's Day special, half off, signed books, whatever. Yeah. But write her a poem. And even just try, even if it sucks. Yeah, man. She'll be like, "Oh, he tried that for me." It's all about making her feel special. Yeah, exactly. And if you've never thought about the love is circumstantial before, evaluate your relationship. And if you're falling out of love or was in love, not the same anymore, I guarantee you circumstances change. Guarantee you it did. And I'm not talking about getting tired of someone because he's boring. Those circumstances count as well. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's just a different level. Right. You know, like I said, I gave extreme levels. Mm-hmm. You know, but all that stuff matters. All that stuff counts. When those circumstances start to change, you know what you need to do. And if you know you still want to be in that relationship, and you're like, oh man, that's interesting. I never heard of it said like that before. Now that you heard it and you're still interested, try and change those circumstances back. And it's funny, we were hanging out at Ponte the other day, and one of the ladies in the group that we all hang with, Mark and everybody, she was saying that she was going through the divorce, but she kind of felt bad because she wants the guy back. You know what I'm trying to say? And I even wanted to tell her, listen, whatever those circumstances were that changed it for him or you want him back, reverse those circumstances, bring them back into play. And I'm guarantee you it'll get better. And I don't know their story, but I bet you a lot of stuff changed. Mm-hmm. Why he or she, you know, I think she left him and then she wanted him back or something like that. Okay. But yeah, just really take a look at those circumstances and reverse them, bring them back into play, and I guarantee you it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like if you would, you know, every Friday do date night and it stopped, and that was one of the circumstances. I'm just giving you a little example. Bring date night back every Friday. You know what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. And that was just a small example, but yeah. No, and then I think being honest in that situation is the key too. Like if you're a woman and you feel like circumstances change and you're not feeling him no more, or vice versa, he's not feeling you. Don't drag it out for a year or two. Right. Have a conversation and be like, I don't think this is working out because. Right. Don't cause drama or cause a scene. We'll talk about that later. Right. About how some people, and predominantly women do this, but you know, some people will cause controversy and problems so they have an excuse to break up and leave. Yeah. And that's not a healthy way to go about it either. Right. But if you're not loving someone anymore, you're falling out of love, just be straight up and say, I'm losing these feelings because. Yeah, absolutely. And maybe you both can work it out. It's hard for them to be honest, though. That's what I found out. It's so hard for them to be honest. It's crazy. I think if you love the person, if suppose she's getting lazy and she's not exercising anymore, she's gaining some weight, and that's what you're attracted to. Yep. And you say, you know, honey, when we first got together, you're putting on pounds, and that's telling me
you're losing motivation.
Right.
And that means that I don't want to stop at the gym. I mean, I don't want to start the gym and it ends, okay, you lose motivation for work. You lose motivation for this and this.
Right.
Can we work on this?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Work on that. So, yeah.
It's true.
But that goes into, should we go to Mike?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
so I was just...
Moving on, guys.
So speaking about relationships and love and falling out of love, we'll talk about why men leave women.
Okay.
We always hear about women leaving men, right?
Yeah.
Because that's propaganda. It's not always that case. Men leave women too, and for valid reasons.
Oh, okay.
See, the world doesn't want to promote the idea that men leave women for valid reasons. It's always men leave women for another girl for sex.
Right.
Oh, he cheated on me.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Like, that shit has to be. There's no other reason.
Right,
and that goes back to last episode where women are not used to be told no. Because they don't think there's something wrong with them.
Right.
So, ladies, I want you to ask yourself this very question. If you've been left by a man, ask yourself, is there anything that I have contributed to our relationship that made him leave me? Am I at fault in anywhere? If you say no, you might want to do some self-reflecting in the mirror and examine yourself to think that you contributed nothing bad at all. That says the reason, that shows probably why he left you. Right. So, premise of that is, I was on Instagram and there's a famous author, I won't say his name, I was looking at his stuff. His stuff's all propaganda. Right. And his thing says something about, forget the guy that was too weak to keep you. Forget the guy that didn't stay around throughout your demons. He wasn't a strong man. He left you, move on. And then I was reading the comments and all the women was like, my boyfriend of 7 years left me and he left me and screw that guy, he left me. But I'm always thinking about boyfriend for 7 years, huh? And he just left. Why? Right. What happened? You know? And some of these so-called romantic poets out there, like myself, okay, they are doing a good thing by telling women to move on, but inadvertently, they're not really highlighting what women may have contributed to the problem. That's where I come in. And that's why romantic propaganda was written. So men, let's go back to what I said. Men leave women, not just for sex or whatever. That's what the world wants you to believe. But men leave women because some women, not all, but some women lack character. Some women lack respect, self-discipline. Some women lack certain qualities that he finds attractive. And that's what pushes him away. And since women are brought into a society where they're not told they're wrong, they think that if he leaves, it's because they did nothing wrong. It's because he's selfish or he's a jerk or he's a sex addict or something, when it's about you. And men don't like confrontation. They don't. Men don't want to come home to you yelling and screaming about soap or this or that. And he can logically explain things to you. But unfortunately, I feel women's minds are not designed to handle it in a logical way. It's always, but I don't feel this is right, or I don't feel that the way you're looking at me is aggressive, or the way they're not able to reason with logic all the time, and that causes problem in the relationship. Some women think that their brokenness is an excuse to be the way that they are. I was cheated on in the past, so you have to accept my insecurities. And he doesn't have to accept that. And
the situation I was in last.
And she's like, what time you coming home? Or why aren't we going out for dinner? Or let me see your phone. And he's like, why are you tripping on me? Why? Well, this happened to me because men, that has nothing to do with me. So women, you have to be able to differentiate between your past and the present. And it's not an excuse. You wouldn't allow a white woman who gets robbed by a black man to say, because this happened to me by black men, now all black men I have to be careful for. No, you call her racist. So if you're going to say, Bob did this to me, but then Devon or Imani comes along, I can't use that same, and that's called logic. See, and that logic is not what women can digest and accept. This victimization. So men leave women for those reasons too. Men leave leave for various reasons, whatever they're attracted to. Just men, like women, they have goals, they have agendas, they want to be respected, they want to go a certain way. And if they're dating a woman that seems to be going the other way, He's like, I'm sorry, this isn't working out. And it's not because he's sleeping with Sally.
Exactly.
It's not because he used you for sex and he got out.
Right.
Try to think, what is it about me?
Yeah, and they're never wrong.
Yeah, and they're never wrong.
Crazy.
It can't be about me. He's got to be sleeping with someone else.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what's crazy about you saying all this? Did you watch the R. Kelly special?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So let me tell you something, brother.
I saw bits. I couldn't watch it all.
I watched all 6.
I couldn't watch it all.
And when I saw that R. Kelly special, I was like, oh my God. My ex acted just like this. The way he was controlling the little girls and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to say her name, but my most recent ex, acted just like that. I was calling Crispy. I said, man, you see the R? He was like, and when I explained it to him, he was like, oh shit, you're right.
Manipulation.
I said the same thing R. Kelly was doing. She didn't want me to talk to people when I was out. Told me I couldn't talk to certain people. If my phone went off, she's like, who's texting you? You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, dude, Devon, that R. Kelly thing hit home.
Yeah,
brother.
it's reverse. It's
when I was thinking about it, I was like, I'm so happy she's gone.
Yeah.
I saw Crispy. I was like, dude, this is like R. Kelly, but just a woman doing it to a man.
Right.
And I was like, I'm 40-something years old.
And it's still happening.
And it was uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
So you could imagine what a famous guy like R. Kelly, how he could easily manipulate a mind of a child. If I was almost manipulated.
You were manipulated.
As strong and as spiritual, as powerful as I am, I was manipulated.
Right.
So imagine these young girls that R. Kelly was with. And I'm saying all that to say, I completely agree with you. Like, even with that, those were the reasons why I wanted to actually get out. Not because of, like, anything else.
Right. But she thinks,
and she never thought she was wrong.
See? That goes back to the last episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
She never thought she was wrong.
Yeah.
She thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember me, her, and my editor, creative director Sione, was coming back from LA on Thanksgiving, and Sione kind of got a feel for the brunt of what I had been dealing with. And after we got back and she left, Sione goes, "Man, I don't see why you still with her."
Sione's a good guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he said, "Man, Slimmy, I don't." Damn. Sione couldn't believe it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And it's so funny. A couple of years ago, switching real quick, I was with someone. And she was really, really rough. And when people are like, what do you mean? I know what you mean she was rough. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. We would be in my car, and the AC vent would be turned to her, and it's too cold. And instead of her gently turning the vent, she would like push it. You know? I mean,
in your nice car.
Yeah. And okay, I had some apple pie on the counter. I had one of those pie cutters, the big ones, right? Man, I had this pie cutter for maybe 2 years. She used it one time and broke it. You know what I mean?
She's very
when I say
extra.
rough, I mean, and it turned me off, man. And like, we would be in a store. She would like pick up.
That's kind of mental, man.
Let's say, let's say she picked up a brush she didn't like. Instead of just putting it back down, she would throw it back down and walk away. This girl was just straight rough.
Yeah,
dude. I talked to her about it. She didn't get it, and it was eventually the demise of our relationship. I just couldn't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And she was fine as hell. The sex was great. We were cool, but she was rough as hell. And I didn't get why. I'm like, but it really turned me off and rubbed me the wrong way. And it had nothing to do with me with being with anyone else. None of that.
Right. But she thinks, oh, he couldn't keep me.
Yeah,
he wasn't strong enough for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, he didn't. He was a weak man. Only weak men are intimidated by strong women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about that.
And she was just rough.
Right.
I mean, just like I said, just throwing stuff back and breaking shit all the time.
Like, I'm gonna show you something.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
gonna show you. Keep talking. Okay. I'm gonna show you. I want you to read this out loud. Okay. I'm going to someone's social page.
Yeah.
They're not going to be mentioned. But notice what this says. It See her. What does her bio say? Read it out loud.
It says every man has a fear of a strong-minded woman.
Okay, every man. Huh?
Nah, they don't.
And does a strong-minded woman look like this?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So every man is not in fear of a strong woman.
Nah.
What we men want is strong women. A strong woman isn't a woman that gets in your face and says, "Where were you?"
Right.
A strong woman is not a woman that says, I want this, and if you can't handle it, get the step in.
Right.
A strong woman is a woman that's able to work with me, help me become better, so I can help her become better. Strong woman is able to open up and listen to reason.
Yeah.
And accept criticism.
Yep.
And a strong woman is a woman that's motivated and goal oriented, but is also humble.
Yep.
And also too, I'm going to use the word submit, because I think men have to submit to women too.
Right.
And women have to submit to men, and it doesn't make you weak.
Right.
It takes strength to submit to someone you care about.
Right.
So women, get off this propaganda that the man that can't stay or chooses to stay is not because he couldn't handle it. It's because what you are represent is not where he's going.
Right.
And that's okay.
Right.
And that's okay. And it's not your brokenness or whatever he couldn't handle, your demons. It's his home. He's building it. If he doesn't want demons in his house, that's his right.
Right.
And it's your job to get rid of those demons before you hop into another relationship. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to just close it up with this. Men leave women for valid reasons. And the next time you hear of a woman saying, "Oh, he left me," or this and that, don't believe the hype.
Right.
Try to digest and say, well, what was the contributing factor?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They have to start taking responsibility for their faults and their transgressions and stuff like that, and stop thinking it's always about something bad that we're doing or sneaky we're doing or this, that.
And I'm not talking about the men that cheated on you and left.
About them.
Yeah, because some might digest this. Well, he said, listen, that's what I'm saying. Not all men cheat, and not all men leave for sex.
Yeah, matter of fact, black men don't cheat.
Don't cheat.
We don't cheat at all. I don't know if you heard about that.
You're trying to make them mad, aren't you?
You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to make
black men don't cheat. You know what I mean? We don't know about the other races because I'm not them. You're my friend.
Well, you're actually
you know what I'm saying?
Trinidad.
Trinidadian,
right?
yeah.
Trinidadian, right?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
So I guess to sum it up, man, like it's Valentine's Day coming up this Thursday. Have an action plan if you're romantically involved with someone. Don't be hemming and hawing. Don't make us look bad. Come on, fellas. Have an action plan. You know what I'm saying?
Just do something. Just
do something. It doesn't matter the amount, the money, this, that, and the other. And like Devon was saying, it's not always about what we're doing. A lot of times we leave and say no for very valid reasons.
Very valid.
You know what I'm saying? And check out those circumstances surrounding your love relationship, and just make sure that those circumstances remain healthy. Because if they do, the love will definitely remain healthy.
Oh, I want to say one small point. And men, this is your criticism. Step your game up. Some of you men out there are weak because you feel, I have a trophy wife. She's pretty. Yeah. She's probably the best I'm going to get. You compromise her attitude and behavior because you don't want to lose that. Mm-hmm. Let it go. You can get something better.
Yeah.
But man, some of it's not your fault too. You know, if she's a trophy wife, look, that's not important.
Not important.
So,
and that's true. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. All right, guys. So tune in next week for another great topic. Happy Valentine's Day. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get the great info on relationships. Follow us on social media. All the info will be in the description. Remember, we're broadcasting the truth and exposing the lies. Happy Valentine's Day once again. Happy birthday to your boy. And we'll see you guys next week.
All right, peace, guys. Thank you.